said, that's why we like you.
You just said Pickle Rick and you went, nope, funny.
I
Nick,
didn't pick up on that at all.
Did you see the text I sent you or the message I sent you? It was like fucking a couple days ago, and I was like, all right, hold on.
Talking to me.
Yeah, I was like, so it's the tweet that's that says losing your first bad bitch so hard because once you find out she fucking again, you just fall to your knees at a Walmart.
Oh, yeah, you said Aiden's never felt this.
Yeah, and I sent that to you, and I said Eamon has never felt this, and that's the difference. But you never responded, and I also sent it to him.
I laughed at that.
I also sent it to him, and I said you've never felt this, and that's the difference, and then he never responded. And he was also looking like he doesn't remember this.
Did you send this on Discord?
Yep.
Hold on. Let's check the
I mean,
logs.
it doesn't
Have
matter.
you felt it? Like,
It's
have
just-
you felt it? Like,
No, what a dumb thing to feel.
I told you guys he's crazy.
he means emotion.
I told you he's a psycho,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Because this tweet speaks to generations, and Eamon's just like,
What's
You
the
just-
li- what's
you
how
just-
many likes it at?
You also just, again, you're gaslighting me. You just didn't send this to me.
where did I send it? On 10:23, 10:24. Scroll up.
In Discord?
Ooh.
Do you see it?
Oh, I should check.
No.
You're just saying that.
What?
I thought I sent it to him.
Did he just say time?
That he
Yeah,
did.
you just send a time.
That's crazy.
And I'm
That
like
is crazy.
scrolling, and I'm
That's
like, it's
crazy.
just
Go
not there.
10:23.
I didn't send it to you. I'm sorry. No, you know what? Hey, I'm wrong.
Shame.
But
Shame.
That's so
The
funny.
difference between me
That
and you
is
guys
the-
is I'll
that-
admit I'm wrong.
that is the difference.
Nope.
No, you guys never think you're wrong, but I'm
I
like,
think
yeah, I
the
was wrong.
difference is the pain
I
that
was
they,
just
he had
right.
to go through for being gaslit is more substantial than your apology, which is
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Oh, I didn't apologize.
You did. Yes, you did. You said, I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
No, I didn't.
Anyway,
If I'm wrong here, I'm going to be surprised. I'm pretty goddamn certain you said
This
I'm
is a
sorry.
crazy life.
the
we're
only
living.
thing is, he was right about the thing he sent to you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I knew it. And I knew it. That's crazy. You're weird.
Have you felt
That's
that?
not weird.
Yeah.
Have you?
Drop to your knees.
Well, not drop to my knees. I've done some. I've done
The
some
emotional version of
petty's
dropping
wrong.
your
It's
knees?
not petty, but like when like me and my ex broke up, I was blocking people that I thought she might hook up with next.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
you
like,
know what I did?
So I'm like, I'm not trying to see any
Dude,
photos.
I went out and bought a fucking pack of cigarellos. I thought I'd be a cigarette smoker.
Bro.
Dead ass.
To
Yeah.
get over your breakup?
I was like, you know what people do when they're sad? They smoke nicotine.
And has no plans to slow down.
I didn't send it to you. I'm sorry.
Pat, pat, faster! Pat, 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 pat.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
we're doing
Pussy
this in the
time.
morning because he has Valentine's and
Times.
you have
I got
Valentine's.
Valentine's.
Eamon and I.
Aiden's got like 3 or 4 Valentines. And
He's lined them up.
Is
He's
that
got
true?
He's
Eamon?
got a 4, a 6, and an
No.
8.
Did you
PM.
send the same message to like 7 people or what?
dear
I
customer.
didn't say happy.
Who does the templating?
Thank you for ordering a pillow cube.
if you want to go on another date, type yes. All caps.
Night at 11 on WB33.
Hey, sexy viewers! You want?
Hey, sexy viewers, you want to run fast and long for me?
You need. Shit, man.
You want to get fast? You can run 1 minute, 1 day. Yeah.
Great stamina, big fox. 1 minute? Not enough.
Great stamina. You're gonna have big fucks and great stamina now.
We run 1 minute today.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you must go outside and run for 1 minute.
Okay.
It's not that hard. 1 minute.
What's
1
the,
minute's
just
not
any
that
speed?
hard.
Just 1 minute of it?
You just have to not stop running.
Okay.
That's it. That's the only rule. It can be a slow run, but it has to be a run. It can't be a walk.
The definition of running being both your feet leave the ground at some point.
No.
Look, you know if you're walking.
Like, do one of these.
I'm just saying, speed walking, that's the definition.
Yeah, but fuck that.
Both
like,
your feet are planted.
You don't need if you're trying to figure out the way to like walk max, then this isn't for you.
You know it in your heart.
You know
if
what
you're
a run
running.
is when you're feeling it. Don't try to cheat. Only cheat on your girlfriend.
Yeah. The only...
That's the only.
No, he basically said it.
I want the audience.
None of you guys are brave enough to pipe up on the.
I
you're
really
the
just
only one
honestly
that's-
thought I couldn't make it better.
You're
That's how I felt.
Yeah, you're the only one that's single.
I so badly wanted to participate, I just thought I couldn't make that better. Rare moment.
I
Day
would
2?
never cheat on my girlfriend.
Okay.
I would never
Why
do
are you
that.
saying it like you're lying?
No,
You
I would
sound
never-
like you're confessing.
I'm never do it. I'm never doing it.
You'll never do it.
I would never do it.
And you that's so nice of you to say. Let's all go around and say.
I'm now realizing by affirming that I would never do it, it just...
You sound super guilty.
No, I'm not guilty.
Hey, men, call up your girlfriends
I would
right
never
now.
jerk off in a public Dunkin' Donuts. I would never do that.
I would never do that.
Because that's not something you should do.
Call your girlfriend right now if you're listening to this and say, I would never cheat on you.
No, I mean like never. I would never, ever.
I'd say I have never done
It
it.
could not be more clear that I would never cheat on you.
Call your girlfriend and say, from here forward, I will not cheat on you.
I want you to know that from this moment forth, I vow never to cheat on you.
Eddie Guerrero trying to prove for the first time that he can actually beat.
Dude, I picked up a nasty smoking habit in Japan.
No.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this thing now. If I'm traveling, I can smoke. And then I was like, it's a bad idea.
You were already doing that.
I tried to like
You
understand
smoke on trips all the
nicotine.
time.
Yeah, but this trip was longer.
Oh, so more smoking.
So more smoking. So it's like if you do a month-long trip, are you still doing it? Like, when does the
This
cutoff
is like
happen?
a buddy of mine. When he started seeing his girlfriend a long time ago, he was like, no. If you cheat in a different area code, it doesn't count. And I was like, cool.
That's not true.
That's just not true.
What are you
though.
talking? What do you mean not true?
It has to
banned
be
the
like
guy.
a different like like a different like in front of them like a +1 is US. It has to be like
It has to be a different country code.
That's when
it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, he's cool.
-40度の中活動を始める男たちの
Dell notebooks start at just $5.99.
Sheesh.
You had a rough day.
Yeah, my day's all fucked up. I cried on the way to work.
How about a little suck to make you feel better?
Wouldn't make me feel better. Don't want
wouldn't?
that. No.
Why not?
I wouldn't.
I don't think crying really makes you in the mood for that.
Yeah. Okay, let's for a moment like ignore the fact that I have zero sexual attraction to you. Let's imagine for a
We
moment.
don't have to ignore
Well.
it.
Let's imagine we're dating.
Okay.
Let's imagine I am your
he does
boyfriend.
have sexual attraction
And then-
for you.
and then-
Wait, are we doing something special tonight?
No.
It's my birthday.
We spend time, but we don't really spend like time.
Yeah, okay.
It's my birthday tonight. Are you is it like a surprise thing or should I like dress up?
Honey, shut the fuck up for a moment. I am coming back from a day at work.
Okay.
And I'm telling you,
I love you.
Man, I cried on my way back from work. And then your first thought is, you want a little sucky?
Well, let's do the role play.
Yeah,
But you have to say the sucky
Let me
line.
see it.
I would love to.
So you have to say that.
Yes,
I'm going
obviously.
to preface it, but you have to say that because we're keeping true to what happened before.
Yeah, I mean this is a test of our relationship.
Okay. Hey,
sweetheart.
How's it going?
I'm wearing a dress.
That's nice. I had a really hard
it's
day
got
at work.
sunflowers.
I actually
on it.
cried on my way back.
You cried on
Yeah.
your way back?
Yeah.
Do you want to? Do you want a little?
I just feel like you're not taking it seriously because like
I'm sorry. I was just watching.
What are you laughing at?
I was just watching a stand-up special.
Who?
It was Anthony Jeselnik.
Was it funny?
It was so funny.
What was your favorite bit?
It was the part where he said all that shit.
Okay.
And do you want a little sucky?
What?
You had a bad day?
Did you hear what I said about the crying?
Yeah.
You didn't ask about it.
You
didn't ask what I was crying about.
I just want to make you feel better.
Okay. That's what robots do. You're acting like a robot.
Do you want a sucky from me?
No.
But I put on this dress for you.
Why? What were you wearing before?
Nothing.
When you were watching Anthony, you were naked?
Yeah, I was watching Anthony Jeselnik butt ass naked.
Did you hear me pull up and then run to put on the
Yeah,
dress?
and I put on the dress and I was like, it's my birthday, which is fun for me. So I've been waiting for you to get home so we can go out.
Okay.
And it's my birthday.
I don't care
will
about
suck you
that.
for my
I don't care about the birthday, by the way. That way you know I don't care about that.
Okay.
I've never seen those before in my life.
And then I had to come to this shit.
Yeah,
That's all I did today.
You're in a fucking Asian country and you're walking around without a mask.
Yeah,
That's insane. I forgot my mask. I forgot it.
Yeah,
I
you
forgot
forget a
it.
lot of shit.
You
I'm
name
tired
one
of
thing.
you.
Name one thing I forgot.
My birthday.
Oh, April 30th.
The big shell incident from Metal Gear. It's the same day. You got it.
Okay, you were saying like words that I didn't know. That game is bad.
Metal Gear? Shut
Yeah,
up,
it's
bro.
just another story about capitalism.
They all are.
Why do you want to be a salaryman and not just work at like Best Buy in America? It's the same thing.
In a
right?
way,
it is
no,
not the
it's
same
actually
thing.
the same. I
It
kind
is.
of, I
It
do,
is.
I
What?
kind of do.
Wait,
part of me wants
hold
to.
on.
Okay,
now hold on.
that was out of left field. I didn't expect him to.
Hold on, let's look at the six-figure podcaster bingo card we got going so far. So we've got shit on a foreign country that we're in.
No.
Yeah.
We've got say we want to work hard labor jobs and not do them.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Hey, can we talk about femoids for a second?
We've got femoids. That's the list.
You know what I will say is that Nick doesn't believe me. Again, I have to prove my valor every fucking day I live on this earth when I'm with Nick. Every day. Because I was like, I want to be a salaryman and I want to chain smoke. And he's like, he wouldn't be a salaryman.
Okay, I want to chain smoke. I'm with you on that.
He's not working a job like that, and he doesn't even smoke cigarettes.
Like, I'll take all the money and I will put it in a trust that I literally cannot.
I told him, here's what you do. I told him, here's what you do.
Shut the fuck up. 10 years, I cannot access this money. 10 years, and it's locked up behind an encryption or something.
Behind an encryption.
And it's
encrypted. Where the money will be.
Yeah. And I was like, I would need to become a salaryman. And he's like, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have it already. And I'm like, if I can't access the money, I still need to survive and be a salaryman.
Burn the money would be more gangster.
See, this is where...
dude, I was trying to explain to him, it's like, you can't go be a salaryman, but be sitting on all the podcast money. You
can't have a safety net. You can't have a safety net.
It's not a safety net.
You need
10 years
the money.
is a safety
And he
net.
was like, no, you don't get it. I'll just put it in an encryption. And
I'll put it in the web.
So I don't get it until I'm like 80.
On the web.
And I'm like, you still are one day going to have a bunch of
No.
money.
This is like that thing where it's like,
if it's Web 3, he might not have it one day.
It's like
it'll be in the Web 3.
The story is like millionaire who becomes homeless to see if he can become a millionaire again, but it's like millionaire becomes homeless just to work a minimum wage job.
No, it's millionaire to become homeless because he's uncomfortable with his identity as of having money.
Yeah.
And isn't that way everyone would do that?
Burn your money. Burn it.
You think I fucking won't?
I do think you will.
Dude,
Yeah, I do think you will.
I'll because then that's
a federal
real.
crime.
I know. That's why I think you won't do it. So I'm right. I don't think you'll do it.
Wait, it's a federal crime?
Yeah.
That's why I'm not coming back.
In Japan?
You're burning yen.
The Japanese government won't extradite you think?
I'm kidding, but I do think I think I need to struggle more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So throw me to the wolves of being a salaryman.
There's something, like going back to my old job at Dairy Queen and like, but instead of eating on my breaks, like just smoking cigarettes.
Dude, just
and
smoke
then,
cigarettes. It's all you want to do, I think, from this convo.
No.
I did send a text to Zipper3 this week. I was like, I think we should smoke more.
Wait, more? You guys already smoking?
No, I mean, not often.
So you're smoking cigarettes?
You just
I think I get in my like annual cigarette.
Have you ever smoked cigarettes, Connor?
Yeah, like I tried at one point where I think I was with you. You were like, don't get started on cigarettes.
You bad motherfucking influence.
I don't remember the context, but he was in the area or something, and I was like, I should try cigarettes. Like I should get into nicotine
because he's around you.
That, yeah.
And I tried it, and I was like, this isn't even like that cool. Like,
wait, go back to what I was saying though. What I said to you then.
The Marlboro
you were like,
man.
Don't get on nicotine. That's what he was saying. He was trying to be a good influence.
Thank you.
Right, but you wouldn't have done that if he hadn't.
The same way that train wreck
a cigarette. Don't do this,
Don't
bro.
do this,
It's
man.
the same way that train wreck says, "Don't gamble, you will lose."
Ludwig, I need to get off your phone. Serious.
Why?
Get off your phone.
I like what I see on the screen.
Ludwig, here on the Weather Channel.
I hate kids! They ask dumb questions! Stupid kids! I hate kids a lot! Young kids!
It was before I think the Patreon.
I love when Ludwig says something confidently.
Because I took black tar before the high episode. I was gonna say. I didn't tell you guys.
I don't know if you're taking black.
Why would you
tar.
Why would you just I took black tar during another one?
Yeah, without telling you guys.
I was taught.
I like being
You're
Swedish. I would not want to live in Sweden.
Okay,
What
there
do
it
you
is.
like about being Swedish?
Yeah, in your daily life, how does that contribute at all?
Like even a little.
Because you are so much more French than you are Swedish. You
And you're
speak
barely French.
You talk about your French family. You speak to your mom in French sometimes.
you say en passant.
Yeah, en passant.
En poisson,
En
Yeah.
passant.
Un, deux,
in fish.
trois.
Come on, let's not.
Yeah, I
Finish
don't
it at
know.
home.
I like my Swedish heritage. I just have been to Sweden a lot, and I don't.
Why do you like your Swedish heritage? What does it mean to you?
It means I don't. What do you want from me? You
I want an
fake
actual
Italian.
answer. Because you have no
Whoa.
answer. You just like being able to say Swedish because it's a little different than other people.
Yeah.
I like that response. I'm on his side now. I think that gets me on his side.
What is the price of oil?
A somewhat big account. And I was just like, oh, that's the guy from Twitter.
I can't wait to dish
in real life.
I'm gonna dish.
I just blocked him. I don't block anyone. I was like, oh, I'm just never ever gonna interact with this guy ever again.
I can't wait to dish.
You're gonna love dishing. You're gonna love dishing. You're gonna like dishing.
I ride dumping, ride the man, I run you, man. You're my little bear, and I run you forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Forever.
Oh wait, I have a second. I have a way worse. Like, I have a one I can actually talk about. My worst was earlier in this event. I met Kaide, and she was extremely nice, and it was just like a very small interaction, but she was like very cordial and blah blah blah. Later in the event, I see Zekin, who is walking in Resorts World and 18, so he can barely get close to the tables. And I see him, and I wave, and he's with Kaide. So I wave, and Kaide waves back, thinking I'm waving at her, but I was waving at Zekin behind her. And I just, in a moment of like kind of confusion, like I fumble this situation really badly. Like I go like, oh, I was like, but I realized the second I did that, like how rude that was, but I wasn't trying to be rude, and it clearly was really. And so she kind of like went and like just like walked away, and I was like, oh no, and it was too late. Oh, dude. And so then Zekin walks over, and I'm like, hi Zekin, and he's like, and he doesn't know this happened. He doesn't see this at all. He's just like, hey, you winning? And I'm like, yes, son, I'm winning. When you turn 21, I'll ruin your life. I'm like, fuck. And I don't know her, so I have no. So Kaide, I'm very sorry if you see this. If there's any way this gets to you, it was not on purpose, and you were very nice to me.
You just saw someone he liked more.
It was. I felt, dude. It haunted me the rest of the weekend, and I'm like, I really hope I bump into her again on accident, so I can just be like, about earlier. I'm really sorry.
Wait, I hung out with her. She kept bringing it up.
Don't say that,
like,
bro. I felt bad.
Dick, right?
Yeah, that guy's a dick.
He's a dick. He's not nice.
It haunted me all weekend. I felt so bad.
Those ones do hurt. Those ones keep you up at night.
I had a party trick the entire weekend, which was bringing out this.
I was going to say $8,000. Camel Crushes?
Bro, he's just into cigarettes now. Yeah, and then he goes, menthols.
Have you been smoking?
No.
This is a fresh pack.
They're a completely fresh pack that I bought the first day because there's no menthols in California except at like certain gas stations that maybe do it on the low.
So you smuggled cigarettes like a fucking mob member.
No, I bought them in Vegas. Oh yeah, to California. Yes.
Are they childproof, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, they're childproof.
It's hard. They're packed up tight. I'm giving you the lucky one.
And so that was my thing. Is I would walk around, I'd take it out, and I would like debate smoking it, but I never smoked one. And I was in a Uber on the way to Diplo with Kaide. And then I had it, and I forget why I was just holding it because me and Sear were gonna smoke one, but then I lost him.
Dude, everyone's into smokes,
and I know smoking's back because even Kaide was like,
wait, you were in an Uber on the way to Diplo with Kaide?
Yeah.
Then what happened to me happened right before that.
Oh yeah. No, that's where she brought it up.
That's why her mood was. That's why she wanted to smoke. Bro.
Yeah, and she brought it up, and she said, I want to smoke.
I'm going right now.
She did. She was like, can I have one? I was like, have you ever smoked? She's like, no.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
Nick, you monster.
And I was like, I can't do this. I cannot be somebody's first cigarette. That's so bad.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You're the road to addiction, Dubbin.
I know.
It's fucked up because you're not even about it.
Dubbin, remember when we were sober?
Like if Ryan was in that Uber? And Kylie's like, can I get a smoke? I'd be like, yeah, sure.
I just like smoking one menthol because I had a regular cigarette, but I like smoking one menthol after a nice long night of drinking.
These idiot viewers were telling their girlfriends that they'd never cheat on them because we said something. What do you think this is going to do?
Smoke cigarettes.
And gamble.
Ludwig says cigarettes are healthy. And they make you cooler.
This becomes essentially the ballgame.
All right, stand aside.
It's called If Christianity is Clearly True, Then Why Don't More People Believe?
Yeah, and you watched this?
I watched this
morning.
Yeah.
Why don't more people believe?
What is your take on that?
Yeah.
Are you a believer?
Well, now I am. I watched the video.
Yeah.
Because
God is light.
He's got a hypothesis.
Yeah.
And conclusions, and he uses science and empirical evidence.
Right.
Which I think is fucking dope, personally.
And Christ is good. Whoa!
Okay. Oh my God.
Why?
It's so dangerous to be doing this.
It's so sharp. It's actually so sharp.
Dude, you look so good. I hate it.
It's fucked up.
I hate how good
you look like Luke.
Oh my God, that's the...
Let me see. I want to touch it. I want to touch it.
Is that the Oni katana that you won from the tournament?
Yeah, because he won the fucking Valorant.
He won the Valorant.
I earned that blade that I wield.
You would have to hack at Aiden's neck.
I have a request. Please, kill Shake.
I'm like Eddie Brock in the church in Spider-Man.
It's sharp on the end.
Kill, shake, drizzle.
Yeah. Okay. So Aiden.
My turn.
Aiden has a problem
enemy.
today.
He's got a new enemy.
It's Shaken Miles, which really the problem is Super Smash Brothers Melee. Because he fired up a game and he plays for the first time in 2 weeks, and Shaken Miles are giving him shit. I would be there if I wasn't on the other side of the damn desk playing.
You'd be
fucking
chirping.
World of Warcraft.
I'm losing to a fox named Gracie Hot Dog, who over the course of 5 games, I'm realizing is very good.
and he's just mauling. And now he comes in, he's fucking screaming at Shaken Miles, and then Ludwig's like, Nick apologized, and Nick's like, I didn't do anything. Because Nick was telling him to shut up. Nick was just saying, you fucking chill out.
Yeah,
and
bro.
The vibes are crazy, so we need a vibe reset. You did it.
We need a vibe reset. Hey, everyone focus up. I want everyone to take a deep breath with me. Ready? 1, 2, through the nose. Out the mouth.
Why are you getting mad at Shake? You lost me in a fox ditto.
You fucked
lost
up
me
the
in a
whole vibe
fox
reset.
ditto.
Did you
Yeah.
really?
Doesn't mean
You know about this?
I didn't.
I'm saying, why'd you
he
get
did.
mad at Shake?
At Shake because
He lost
Shake
to me
loses
in a
fox dittos
ditto.
to you because he's chirping.
Yeah, but like his chirps are, it's like a bird through a window.
Vibe reset.
He can't reach you.
He's kicking me while I'm down.
As someone who responds to chirpers, it doesn't matter how low and small and pissant they are.
Really?
It doesn't. You're mad that they're saying
It
something.
only matters actually if they're big, because if it was like Leffen behind me chirping, it's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well,
or Mango.
that's fucked up because that means you respect Leffen more than you respect Shake.
At Melee? In the
he
world
should.
of Melee,
He
absolutely.
Well, what
At
if
Melee, he should.
I don't know. Shake's got some ideas.
I 3-stock Shake in bracket at Genesis, and I haven't done that to Leffen yet.
Surely Shake is so much worse than Leffen that he has ideas that Leffen would never think of.
You think about that? Want some Yomi?
And that's why you need other people's perspective.
Yeah. Shake's gonna fucking tweet out, they're doing tricks on it, bro.
We're talking about Shake.
Tricks
We're
on
talking
it.
about me and only me.
Welcome back to the Yard, episode 117, everybody.
I think that's right.
up.
I think that's right.
You're back.
I think that's right.
I'm back.
118?
I am back, and me and Shake are gonna run a marathon, and we started today.
Oh my god!
I heard.
Is this,
Day
hold
one.
on. So is
God
this
damn
running?
it.
Because you were walking me through this last night. You're like,
I thought of a
you
genius
had a
strategy.
You had a weird cheater strategy, which is
Join
on
us!
day one. On day one, you will run
Join
1
us!
minute,
Your
1 minute,
wires.
and then tomorrow he's going to run.
No,
2
you're not
minutes.
pitching it right.
Sorry,
I'm not pitching it right.
Let Big OG, let Wide Man pitch it.
Do you guys want to run a marathon where you live in the world?
Oh, this is Prairie and
Tomorrow.
I want to be Hugh Jackman
then-
in the hacking scene in Swordfish. That I'm an elite hacker.
You want head.
No, it's not that one.
Oh.
It's the one where he's alone and he's getting fucking hammered and he's creating a worm to beat the encryption.
These are just words that you like. You're just saying a bunch of words you like to say.
Here's what we should do. Here's what we
Metal
should do.
Gear
Tomorrow morning, me
Capybara.
and you will go buy suits. We'll go buy suits, and we'll go to the nearest. Dude, we'll go to the nearest office building in Shinjuku.
Hey, how are you
and then if we're accepted with open arms, we become.
Gentlemen, we abandon
and
the
then we
podcast,
actually don't
and
come
we
back.
become salarymen.
Gentlemen,
and we don't
I
come
am your
back.
boss.
And we
I can
surrender.
make you work 6
shut
hours
up.
a month.
And we surrender our
You don't get
blunderbusses.
it. You don't get it.
We surrender our
I need a
blunderbusses.
soulless office
I can
building.
do this.
I need a soulless office building. Somebody needs to teach me how to tie a tie.
You don't know how?
I'm so bad at it. I
I'm
can't
very
do
good.
it.
I can do a double
and then,
Windsor.
And then you need to pay.
Full
You
Windsor?
need to subsidize all my cigarette purchases. That's what it is. So you just
Can we
Yeah.
write off? Hey, Nick
No,
Wang,
not
can
for
we
salary,
write
man.
off
Can we get the
Logan Moose
cigarette
fund? We get about
salary.
$600 annually.
Nick Wang. If I start, Nick Wang,
Guys, you won't be working for Nick Wang.
No.
We're just asking a logistic
If
question.
I,
Fuck up.
if
okay,
I
okay.
start smoking, if I smoke some of the cigarettes during episodes, can I write off the whole pack?
Oh, you actually can. Yes.
100%. No,
Yes.
you probably can't because cigarettes probably can't be written off.
Yeah, tobacco
What if
is
it's like
weird.
the category
It's a
they are
prop.
under?
It's like duty free.
It's a prop.
If
No,
you're,
there's
there's
filming.
there are prop cigarettes, so you probably have to get a prop cigarette.
Let's get hooked on prop cigarettes.
We're just smoking Smarties. We're going back to fourth
Hey,
grade.
what if it's like what's the Nathan For You show on HBO? What's it actually called?
Daniel.
Old enough
for you.
It's called
You still say it like that.
the rehearsal.
The rehearsal. It's like the rehearsal, but you built a rehearsal for me and Aiden to be salarymen, but it's for 20 years.
Look,
and you just create a fake job, and we smoke prop cigarettes.
We work at a fake Japanese company, raise
20 years of our
start
life.
and raise fake Japanese families, and then one day we're in like a fucking boardroom at work, and 45-year-old Ludwig walks back in. He's like, "You fucking got you."
Got you fuckers.
He's like, "All right, guys, the experiment is now over." It's like, because no, we're not even going to a building. We're just going to like a set where we act like salarymen, but it's for 20 years. I think we should do this.
Just be salaryman. Just quit.
So now now we can do it.
You can do whatever you want the
Yeah,
whole
but
time.
you were hemming and hawing and naysaying.
Do you think that he's the one who decides if you're a salaryman? Do you think you're talking
we
like
just
you
want
are?
him to think it's cool.
Game of level being seen, and it is virtually.
First, we'll need a Chinese gong, a couple of Roman candle rockets, and Shaggy's model train set from the Mystery Machine.
Party in the
Can we do a
primo.
spooky update?
What's spooky?
What's
update?
going on with D&D? Because I'm on my fucking stream and people bark at me all the time. They're like, "When's your D&D?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I just show up to this shit."
Where's the?
Don't ask me questions. So I have to
Yeah.
ask you the question.
You shouldn't ask Ludwig
Don't ask me
questions.
fucking
How
questions.
much do we want? Where'd my cap go? How much do we want to leak? Oh, I guess
we could leak that the table is the heaviest known object to man. That's what we could leak.
Dude, it's bad.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw you guys talk about how heavy the table is. My first thought, dead ass, was I could solo it.
And I thought, yeah.
On it, I want to see you try
it's just
so badly.
It's just too big.
I could solo it.
You know what? You can lift if it was the size of a baseball, but it weighed that much. Yes.
Wait, no. Then I couldn't solo it.
no, you
What?
Because this like, it has more. A baseball that's fucking 150 pounds.
What I'm
would be
saying
so
is
hard to get
it's
a grip
too
around.
big for a man to actually.
I would carry it solo.
And what I said was when we were all moving it, me, Zipper, and Aiden, I was like, Ludwig will love the opportunity to move this every time we do this, so maybe it's fine. That
I'm gonna
it's-
go under it like half Thor Bjornsson, the mountain, when he did it with the 1,000-year-old record in Iceland.
The problem we have doors, and you can't go under it.
I don't care about the door. I'll just walk it across the hallway. The door's your thing.
The door.
Okay, I'm not doing
I'm
that.
not doing the door thing.
I'm not
You're
doing
not
it
going to
either.
move it
I'm not
through
gonna-
the
I'm not
door.
gonna
We can
fucking move through the
hire
door.
Nick
The
Yingling.
movement needs to be practical.
No, the
still.
movement doesn't need to be practical. It just needs to be. I want to solo it as a
You're
feat.
not
you
going.
know what we do? It's like I don't care about the doors. That's fine. We just set him up in the warehouse, and he has to build the table alone, and we put it on one side, and the base is on the other side. You gotta go build the table alone.
What is this fucking Winnie the Pooh minigame?
This is the test.
Yeah.
I just want to solo it.
No, I just want to pick it up and move it.
I don't think you can.
Let's do
How
it after
how
this.
heavy is it? If you had to guess.
It's gotta be like
I'd probably put it at,
300
probably
pounds.
250, 300 pounds.
What the fuck?
I know, and you're like, wow.
No
I feel like
way.
that's not
It's
right.
not that heavy.
It's
It's very heavy.
definitely is.
250
Yes.
to 300?
Yes. And you would probably be
You
like,
guys are smoking.
I know.
No.
And
I'm dead serious.
it's too big for your fucking body, Ludwig. You're just a man.
We made a 300-pound table? That's ridiculous.
It's so heavy.
That's the dumbest shit. It's 300. Are we fucking nuts?
We were on the 3-man yesterday. We were on the 3-man, and we were like, I don't know if we
Yeah, but
can
you
do
also had
this.
Huey, Dewey, Louie on the beat.
Oh.
That is hurtful.
You want your spooky update?
God.
Yeah, give me my spooky
Yes.
update.
So we're making a Dungeons and Dragons show.
Yes.
The table is close to being
Apparently it's 300
completed.
pounds.
Apparently it's 300 pounds. I think it's a little less than that, but it's still heavy. And we're close. We've played some test games. We're almost ready to start recording the show.
October
My guess
is RIP. November?
My guess is December.
Whoa.
That
I
is
guess
when
it's
it comes out.
Because yes. Because
heard it here first.
Because Archie can't do it all alone. We got to find people, and now I got to say that, and people are gonna spam my DMs now. I'm fucking.
So, guys, if you want to help out and move it along,
Here we go.
you know what to do.
Message Aiden, who is my assistant
It's back. Episode 159. It is back.
If we ever start another podcast, I'm going to remember the power that the first episode has.
So much.
When people are still messaging this stupid shark cuck.
Yeah.
And saying, hey man, dude,
We could have said something valuable like
I
drink and
can't. I'm
drive.
a shark. I can't even get shingles. Shark shingles don't
It
exist.
does. It don't.
no, shark shingles exist, but it's lethal.
That's what scales are.
Oh.
You get more of them.
Sharks don't have those.
What? Cap. Cap.
Have you seen a shark? Have you seen it?
No,
They look like
no,
rubber.
I haven't. Of course I haven't.
What are you talking
When
about?
the fuck would I have seen a shark?
In video games.
Actually, I used to watch Shark Week every year.
So you have seen a shark?
Shark,
seen a lot of sharks.
What the
shark
fuck?
skin is covered by tiny, flat, V-shaped scales called dermal denticles.
Can you say
And you got a denticle
That's
in your
where
fucking
a
head.
vampire goes to the dentist. The dermal denticles.
You're dumb as brick.
I'm leaving this show.
How the fuck do you think they didn't have scales? You thought they were rubber smooth?
Can you look up a picture of a shark zipper, please, shark?
Do you think you're gonna be right after this part?
I just want to see that it's reasonable that I would say
You
that.
thought they ate the gum fruit?
Look at them! They're like big bears.
If they ate the fruit, then they couldn't swim.
Look, shut up,
That's how it
look.
works. They couldn't swim.
Does that
That's
look
why
like
I'm on land
Does that
now.
look like bro has scales?
It looks like bro has scales. Yeah,
No, it
it's-
doesn't.
It doesn't look
Come
fucking
on.
smooth like rubber.
That's like
Bro's
I
kind of
actually
like Aiden.
does.
It looks a bit rough.
That's what Aiden looks like.
That does look like
It
Aiden.
is what I look like.
No,
You
it's
guys are
out of the
same.
costume.
Does that turn you on?
Huh?
Does that turn you on sexually?
Yeah, that's a
Was she-
female
was she
shark.
pretty?
Is that a female?
That's a male lady
too-
shark.
you're too
I've been
pretty
thinking
to be
about
in the
cheating
ocean.
on my shark girlfriend with that piece of meat over there.
No, you have to shark text your shark girlfriend.
Hold on.
Say, I would never
Let me
shark
shark
cheat on
text
you.
her, then tell her that I would never shark cheat on her.
Do you think you'd be good at like a bestiality quiz? Like telling apart.
Like, how do you
No, let him
bestiality
finish.
an animal?
Let him
yeah,
finish.
yeah, the
They-
besti-
I throw
right,
like
bestiality
20
quizzes.
I throw 20 different species of
Yeah.
animal. You have to tell me male or female. Just looking at them.
That is not what you describe
Is that
as
what
a
a bestiality quiz
Why is
is?
that
Yeah, because if you're
bestiality
really
quiz?
good at it, it's a little weird. If you're really good at it, you're either like a really dope ass veterinarian or zoologist, or you're a freak.
Yeah.
So it's like a bestiality test of you.
Yes.
I'm trying to imagine the cross section of guy who's like okay with bestiality, but really against gay bestiality.
Like you can fuck animals, but
I don't
still
think
can't put
anyone's
gay
gotta be-
animals.
I don't think it exists.
But I would never fuck a guy.
No, that's got no. Think about how many hicks like fuck like horses and bears and shit.
I don't think there are that many.
There's like more than double digits.
And I think they'd be cool with. I think
Alive.
they'd be cool with gay people.
I don't think a lot of people are getting away with fucking bears.
I also don't
That's
think
a
so.
hard. That's a hard one to make happen.
They're big.
You have to riz the bear.
these city boys don't know nothing.
This reminds me of my favorite Ali G bit ever. Is he's on a farm with a guy and he keeps asking him, "So what made you like want to be a veterinarian?" He's like, "I'm a veteran." So, and then he keeps going. He's like, "You love animals." I think I'd do great at that, and not because I like fucking horses and dogs and bears, but because
because I was born to.
Because I would be I'm astute. I'm very perceptive.
Right,
I would
and that's
love-
how you
I
knew
will
that
find
the
this quiz.
shark was made of rubber.
Are the animals spread eagle?
No, it's not like fucking gross ass like OnlyFans or OnlyFins pics.
Yeah, OnlyFins.
OnlyFins is just shark butt.
Only man's, and it's a site for your
It's
boys.
like a regular ass picture of them.
Would
I
you
think if I
subscribe
had
to
to
me?
beat off to a shark, I can get it done.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
If a shark
Oh,
had,
I took the conversation
Oh my
too far.
God. That was-
if a shark had titties, I could do it.
This is the worst thing you've ever said. That was better.
I could.
Well, heteronormative much?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, I can't beat off to something without titties.
Is that weird to you?
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't like it, huh?
I just don't.
How do you feel about this?
Ooh. Dude, if there was a shark with Aiden's shark body and his butt had big ass shark
I
titties,
would never quit. I'm telling you now.
Oh, I love that.
Rub these two sticks together like a
Japanese. It had a Japanese girlfriend, now fiance, that he met in Sweden and then eventually moved. I would say
that's way
I would
better
say
for me.
four.
that's
So
way
that's
different.
That's always like the best kind of reason.
But I think like there's a difference between like, you know, moving for the girl and like moving to a different country, learning the language, changing your career. Like he obviously like had some sort of like interest and like love for Japan like prior to like meeting this person.
Right.
You know, you don't just upend your. I don't think you upend your life entirely. Most of the
there's
time.
nothing wrong with it, like per se, but it's also like what
No, it's
it
just
begs
weird.
the question: do we stay in our lanes? Like that's a problematic idea too.
I think
It's not
you
saying your
know,
lanes. It's just that humans have tribes. Everyone has a tribe.
I think what
You know,
you're
tribe
the
theory, right?
actual
Talking
answer
about,
to what
you know
you're
about
talking
tribe
about
theory?
is like I don't actually
You
want
know
to
about
be
tribe theory, right, guys? You know about tribes, right?
Tribes.
Tribe theory.
Yeah, you're going to talk about tribalism.
Let's talk
on
about
the podcast?
tribalism real quick.
Tribe guys.
Tribe. and Aiden cheats on his wife.
That's my first word in the last 5 minutes.
I don't actually want to become a salaryman. Of course.
No,
I think he does. I think he means it a little.
Slime, his whole life post becoming rich is trying to prove that he doesn't need it.
He can go back to squalor.
Yes.
I could be broke tomorrow.
I'm clearly uncomfortable with that identity of having a lot of money because I never did, and I always considered it like something that pits me against the world in a positive way.
It does.
This is the thing.
Which is why I give it away. Which is why I buy my friends a bunch of crazy wild shit and I just waste it.
And this is why, because we were on the couch for the LSI, and Phil and Slime were on the couch with me. And then Slime, he's doing his thing. He's like, I could live in a box.
I could live in a cylinder.
I could
live in a box the shape of
you
me.
just give me 3 critters in a month. and then
I would love 3 critters
in
mud.
And Phil's there, and he's like, you're rich. I've seen the Patreon. Like, you're rich. And Slime's like, but I don't need it. And he's like, but you have it.
Yeah,
you have it. And then Slime's like, yeah, but I could get it. I could lose it all. And he's like, give it away. And Slime's like,
and that's how I truly reconcile it. Is I just buy my friends stuff all the time.
I could live off gasoline.
I was going to talk about this. This reminds me. Speaking of buying friends stuff all the time, when Miles and Josh were here, they were staying with Anthony. And they were using PCs, like these extra PCs that we had bought specifically for them to use.
No.
So we're at the yard set, and we're walking out, and one of these PCs is on the ground, like at the set, and scratched into the top of it, keyed into the
PC tower
is the word cringe. and Anthony walks over
instantly
it.
mad. He's instantly mad about this.
He's angry, and he's like, "Dude, who the fuck did this? How could?"
And he instantly said, "Why the fuck did Miles do this?" Like, he instantly says Miles does it. And I like someone who knows Miles. We both know Miles really well.
I didn't say Miles.
You did.
Did I?
Yes. And I instantly went, Miles didn't do this. Like, if anything, one of the other Australians did this.
Was like, give me 5 subs and I'll do it.
Maybe it was Josh or Sock.
Yeah, one time Miles leaked our address for 5 subs because he didn't understand yet.
I was in chat. I gifted it.
And he instantly was like, "Why did Miles do this?" I'm like, "Okay, Miles definitely did not. Miles is an adult. It's definitely one of the other younger Australians who did this."
Sock, that fucking asshole.
And he's speaking with like such confidence, and I'm like, I mean, maybe it was Sock. I don't know. Like maybe they thought it was funny or something. So we inquire deeper. And
so what I do is I take a picture and I send it to the old group chat of Sock, Miles, Josh, and like us for coordinating their trip when they were here last year. And I sent a picture. I was like, "Who did this?"
and they're all of them are like, "Oh, that's kind of fucked. Like, what the fuck? Who did this?" Blah blah blah. And then Slime goes, "Wait, I did this." And he realizes that he did it.
Yeah.
How'd you forget?
I'm reading it.
He goes, "Oh, I just needed to quickly label."
Josh Man says, "What the fuck?" Miles says, "Whack." Maybe because the reason why is one of the PCs came with a shit graphics card that didn't work, and it was like a pain in the ass. And Miles said, "I would have seen that when we were bumping out and said something." And then I was just like, "Wait, I did this."
How did you remember?
This is the exact movie Memento. This is the exact plot to Memento.
I'll put this in the chat or I'll send it to Zipper so Archie can put it in the video. But yeah, it's because. So one of them had a bad graphics card. It's when we did Fortnite, the first Fortnite.
At Yingo's?
At Yingo's. And one of them didn't, and I wanted to mark it really quick because I was mad because I had to unlatch it or unhook it. And so I was like, we just need to mark that this one has a bad graphics card. So I scratched cringe.
Not tape, not like...
Yeah, so many better, and you didn't even know. And like, if you saw cringe later, you wouldn't be like, oh, bad graphics card.
Can you imagine doing that to a car if it had a problem? Just keying cringe inside.
You're at the dealer, they're like, what's wrong? You're like, I keyed it. Just look at the side.
I see you put cringe here. It's the carburetor.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I still want to explore the idea of like why I think it's so cool here, and if that is like
they got a black roof next to it.
Well, I think what's cool about Japan that I like is like specifically the zoning laws, which allow you to like live in an area that downstairs has food, that across the street has like a salon.
Yeah, this is also New York City.
I think like as opposed to New York City, it's like clean and like there's not like a random homeless dude who's like fucking.
You know what I like about Japan is all of like the random values and like signs of respect all make sense. Like in America, it's like saying bless you to like a sneeze doesn't make any fucking sense. But like carrying your trash with you wherever you go and taking it home and shit like that.
That doesn't make sense.
Not texting.
I hate that they don't
not
have
holding your
trash
phone
cans.
up in the train. Like all these things make sense.
No, that doesn't. I fucking hate that. They
Hey,
should have
what?
trash cans.
No.
Fucking dumb.
You know, I confessed something to Aiden's girlfriend last night.
Really?
Yeah, we were at the Halloween. What was it called?
Oh,
scary
spooky hayride.
Yeah, spooky hayride. And we were walking out. I told her, I was like, because Aiden's girlfriend has like a more interesting name than like your average name of a person. And I told her, I was like, you know, sometimes when I'm just like in private,
it's Puxatawny.
Puxatawny. So let's just use that for now.
Yeah.
So you know, like I told her, you know, sometimes when I'm just like alone and like in my room, I'll just be like Puxatawny.
Really?
I'll just say the name
like
out loud.
me and Dumpin?
Yes, I'll just do that to myself sometimes because it's just like it rolls off the tongue so nice.
Yeah, like Dumpin.
And she was just like, "Oh, it's so cool."
Nice.
She's so into it. I'm like so good that she wasn't weirded out by that.
That's great because I had a conversation with her and it was like, you should watch One Piece. And then she's like, what's that? And I had to explain what One Piece is. But I had
to a polite person.
It's the meme of like the Chad guy at the football game and the girl who's listening.
Yeah.
But it was worse because I was trying to explain it coolly and then I had Nick Yingling. So I was like, yeah, it's about like this pirate and he has a bunch of treasure and he buries it. And Yingling's like, he eats the rubber fruit. He eats the rubber fruit. He's like Gummy. His name's Luffy's Gummy. And it's like, oh, come on.
You're not telling it right. You're not telling.
He does eat the gum fruit.
Like, tell her about the gum fruit.
No, Ludwig, you're being stupid.
No. Say, oh, come on. Call toll free.
It's like the girl from Metal Gear Solid 5.
It's like the girl from Metal Gear Solid 5.
It's like Air Bud.
Will you tweet out, I could jerk off to a shark if I needed to, or whatever you phrase it?
If I had to beat off to a picture of a shark, I can get it done.
You tweet that out?
This is Nick's
Yeah,
Black Mirror episode.
That's not that
It's a so
Would you
low
tweet
stakes.
that out?
No, I would not tweet that out.
Oh no, I wouldn't tweet it out because
No, I wouldn't.
you don't have any love for
But
the
like,
game
what group
anymore.
is gonna get mad at you? Like shark
lovers?
lovers? They're probably like, fuck yeah, brother, good choice.
Shark Week is crazy, man.
Yeah, then
People
you go
love
to
sharks.
Then you go to Sharks Gone Wild, which happens at midnight right after.
No.
You don't
they
want
got the drums.
I don't think you want the shark advocacy hate.
Yeah,
That's a hate check that you don't
You
want.
don't want that. You
That's
don't want
like,
that heat.
that's like the it's like me getting strangled while I know. It's like the
Yeah, there's a little bit.
it
of
makes it a
even
little bit
more.
more exciting for
I
a
guess
shark
when you
lover
know
like
it's
me.
a little wrong.
Would Maya be on that shit? Would she be one of the people that is like, hey, you know, she DMs you?
Is
hey,
Maya beating off to sharks?
no, not beating
no.
the shark.
Are you saying is she in the side that'd be like, hey, don't tweet about jerking off to
Does
sharks?
she care about sharks same way she
would-
cares about other
She would
shit?
like know something. She'd only come in with heat if she was like, oh, actually, it's a huge issue. People jerk off to sharks a lot, and then like cut their heads off to jerk off to them.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, okay.
The Japanese
fuck.
whalers that kill big whales, they
Yeah.
also kill sharks and just fuck them crazy raw. So do you think it's good?
Russian roulette every night at 11 p.m. Eastern and Pacific.
The same trip and the same guarantee.
But we shall create another!